Greenhouse type based on suitability or cost of construction. Low cost greenhouse, medium cost greenhouse, and high cost greenhouse. Low cost greenhouse ma, they are simple structure constructed with locally available material such as a bamboo, timber. Bamboo and timbers can be used for in low cost greenhouse. Now, cladding material is made by the ultraviolet film. No specific control device for regulating environmental parameter inside the greenhouse are provided. Simple techniques are adopted for increasing or decreasing the temperature and humidity inside the greenhouse. Even light intensity can be reduced by incorporating shading material like net. In low-cost greenhouse, we can use mm, uh, nets, shading nets for reducing temperature and many other things. The temperature can be reduced during summer by opening side walls. Such structure is used as a rain shelter for crop cultivation. Otherwise, inside temperature is increased when all sidewall covered with plastic film. This type of greenhouse is suitable for cold climatic zone. Medium cost greenhouse. Greenhouse use prefer to have manually or semi automatic. Semi automatic हुन्छ, right? And construction by using galvanized iron pipe. Adjusted fans and thermostat are provided to control the temperature. टेम्परेचर कसरी कन्ट्रोल गर्ने, एडजस्टेड फ्यानहरू लगाएर भित्र थर्मोस्ट्याटहरू प्रोभाइड गरेर टेम्परेचर कन्ट्रोल गर्न सकिन्छ. होल स्ट्रक्चर इज फर्मली फिक्स्ड विथ द ग्राउन्ड विथ स्ट्यान्ड द डिस्टर्बेन्स अगेन्स्ट विन्ड. त्यो स्ट्रक्चर चाहिँ ग्राउन्डसँग एकदमै फिक्स्ड भए हुन्छ, जसले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ त्यो विन्ड क्यान रेसिस्ट गर्नु लागि एकदमै ग्राउन्डसँग फिक्स्ड गराएको हुन्छ हैन. Evaporative cooling pad and misting arrangement are also made to maintain a favorable humidity inside the greenhouse. As these systems are semi-automatic, hence require a lot of attention and care, and it is very difficult cumbersome to maintain uniform environment through the cropping period. These greenhouses are suitable for dry and composite climatic zone. Dry and composite climatic zone को लागि चाहिँ एकदमै suitable मानिन्छ. And low cost greenhouse are the suitable for the cold climatic zone. Medium cost greenhouse are the suitable for the dry and composite climatic zone. Right now, what is the next? Next is a high cost greenhouse. High cost greenhouse. Cost sentence के आउँछ? Function automatically. To overcome some difficulties in medium-tech greenhouse, a high-tech greenhouse, where the entire device controlling the environmental parameter inside the greenhouse. These are controlled system consisting of sensor, computer and data logger, signal receivers or high technology is used to controlling the inside the environmental parameters like temperature, humidity, extra. System is controlled by the microprocessor and operators, right? Now, next is classification based can be made depending on the function or utility. Active heating and active cooling. On the different utility, artificial cooling and the heating are more expensive and elaborate. Hence, based on this, they are classified into two types: greenhouse for active heating, greenhouse for active cooling. Greenhouses for active heating. During the night time, air temperature inside the greenhouse is decreases. रातिको समयमा ग्रीन हाउस भित्रको टेम्परेचर डिक्रिज हुन्छ. अब त्यो टाइममा हामीले टेम्परेचर मेन्टेन गराउनको लागि एक्टिभ हिटिङको टाइपको ग्रीन हाउस बनाउनु पर्यो. The requirement of heating greenhouse depend on the rate at which the heat is lost to the outside environment. अब कतिको हिट भित्र मेन्टेन गर्नु पर्यो भन्ने कुरा कसरी थाहा पाउने कि कतिको हिट बाहिर गएको छ Right. The requirement for heating greenhouse depend on the rate at which the heat is lost to the outside environment. Various methods are adapted to reduce the heat losses using double layer polythene. अब त्यो हाम्रो मेन काम के छ भनेपछि त्यहाँ हामीले त्यो ग्रिन हाउसभित्रको टेम्परेचर मेन्टेन गर्नु छ। टेम्परेचर मेन्टेन गर्नलाई हाम्रो हिट लस हुनुबाट बचाउनु पर्यो। हाउ वी क्यान रिड्युस द हिट लसेस, what technique we should apply? Now we can use double layer polythene, thermopane glasses, two layer of factory sealed glass with a dead air space. We can see in a figure in next slide. Okay, and the heat system such as the unit heater, central heat, radiant heat, and solar heating system. This is the thermopane diagram that it is sealed. They have two glasses where the air space is there, space bar. You can see in a figure. Now greenhouses for active cooling. What are they? Greenhouses are active cooling. Now summer season मा चाहिँ टेम्परेचर रिड्युस गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ। बाहिरको टेम्परेचर धेरै हुन्छ, त्यसपछि भित्रको पनि टेम्परेचर धेरै हुन्छ। हामीले त्यो टाइममा चाहिँ हामीले टेम्परेचर रिड्युस गर्नुपर्छ फर इफेक्टिभ ग्रोथ। During summer season, it is desirable to reduce the temperature of greenhouses than the ambient temperature for effective crop growth. This type of greenhouse either consists of evaporative cooling pad with a fan or fog cooling. यसमा चाहिँ हामीले फ्यानहरू युज गर्न सक्छौँ or fog cooling युज गर्न सकिन्छ। This house is designed in such a way that it is permit to roof opening of 40 to 100% roof opening system लगाउन सकिन्छ। त्यसमा जसले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ टेम्परेचर सबै मेन्टेन होस्, राइट। You can see in a figure, but it is hard to hard to understand, but you can you can understand. You can see there, they are the fans who you can see clearly in figure. There is cool air in coming inside, and greenhouse type based on construction. Based on construction can be classified as a three type. They are wooden frame structure, pipe frame structure, and truss frame structure. This type of construction is influenced by the structural material, like what type of material we should use for cover. Higher the span, stronger should be material. एउटा requirement त्यो कभरिङ मेटेरियलको लाइफ स्प्यान बढी हुनु पर्यो अनि बलियो हुनु पर्यो। Now wooden framed structure, the span of greenhouse is less than 6 months. Side post and column are constructed of good wood without the use of truss. Pine wood is commonly used, timber also used, right? It is so easily you can read in slide. Wooden frame structure you can see in figure. Pipe framed structure. Pipe framed structure are used for construction of greenhouse when the clear span is around 5-12 months. In general, the side post, column or cross tie and purlin are constructed using pipe. In this type, trusses are not used. Truss frame structure. If the greenhouse span is greater than or equal to 15 months, truss frame are used. Flat steel, tubular steel or angular iron are welded together to form a truss. के कुराहरु युज गर्न मिल्ने रहेछ यसमा चाहिँ हाम्रो पाइप स्ट्रक्चरहरु युज गर्न मिल्ने रहेछ, फ्ल्याट स्टीलहरु आइरनहरु युज गर्न मिल्ने रहेछ। Struts are supporting member of under compression. A struts is a object or piece of structure in third line. Struts are support member under compression and cord are support member under tension. Now what is struts? Struts is a piece of structure that resists pressure. So these structures are used under compression and cords are used for support member under tension. Angle iron pure line running throughout the length of greenhouse are bolted to each truss. Column are very As you can see in a figure, cross frame structure. And what is the next? Our greenhouse type based on the covering or cladding material. Covering and cladding material. So यसमा चाहिँ कस्तो टाइपको कभरिङ मेटेरियलहरू राख्ने किन भनेपछि they alter the air temperature inside the house. Right. Covering material are the major and important component of greenhouse structure. How? Because they directly influence on the greenhouse effect inside the structure and they alter the air temperature inside the house. This type of frame and the method of fixing also varies with the covering material. Based on type of covering material, greenhouse are classified as glass greenhouse, plastic film greenhouse, rigid panel greenhouse. Now, glass greenhouse. Glass greenhouse covering material has the advantage of greater interior light. त्यहाँभित्र चाहिँ सनराइजहरू आएर भित्र नै रिफ्लेक्सन भएर टेम्परेचर बढाइदिन्छ. So greater in interior light intensity. Greenhouse have a higher air filtration rate. This type of glass greenhouse have a higher air filtration rate, which leads to lower interior humidity and better disease prevention. And lean-to type, even span type, rigid and furrow type of design are used for construction of glass greenhouse. Next is plastic film greenhouses. We can use polythene, polyester, polyvinyl chloride as a covering material. Plastic as a covering material for greenhouse have become popular. Why? They are cheap and cost of heating is less, which compared to the glass greenhouse. The main disadvantage with plastic film is short life. Last for 4 years only. And the rigid panel greenhouse. Polyvinyl chloride, rigid panel fiberglass, reinforced plastic, acrylic, and the polycarbonate rigid plane are used as a covering material. These are the more resistant to breakage and light intensity is uniform inside the greenhouse when compared to the glass and plastic, right? They have a light intensity is uniform inside the greenhouse. High grade of panels have a long life up to the 20 year. The main disadvantage of these panels tends to collect dust. They collect dust as well as harbor algae, which result darkening of the panel. Dust र एल्गीहरूको कारणले गर्दाखेरि त्यो प्यानल चाहिँ के हुन्छ डार्कनिङ हुन्छ and subsequent reducing light transmission. Right. Polycarbonate has a lifespan of 15 to 20 years. Polycarbonate is better than the glass. Quinset design as well as a gutter connected design is suitable for using this covering material. You can see in figure polycarbonate covering. And thank you. Have a nice day. If you have any question or any comment below in the comment section. And thank you. Have a